Damn. Everywhere you look online right now, you see a lot of really angry fans about the whole Ahsoka and Anakin fight. Now, I'm going to go into a lot of detail in this in other videos, as I did on the breakdown, but primarily today we're going to talk about how fans are really pissed off at the fact that Ahsoka beat Anakin Skywalker, not just Anakin Skywalker, but Super Saiyan Anakin Skywalker in the dark side from Revenge of the Sith with the Sith eyes and the red lightsaber, which was a really cool look, by the way, in the show. So a lot of fans are really upset saying, I can't believe this happened. Ahsoka can't be Anakin. It's woke. She's a Mary Sue, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I didn't even think this would be a thing. I mean, I thought, well, maybe fans would go off the deep end, but there's no way that anyone actually believes that Ahsoka beat Anakin. Now, you guys have to understand that this whole time, Anakin was trying to teach Ahsoka a lesson. He's not going to go ahead and try and kill her. I mean, look at the difference. Just off the bat, before we get into the nitty-gritties, look at the difference between Anakin fighting Obi-Wan and Anakin fighting Ahsoka. Completely different. Now, of course, let's stay within the universe of Star Wars and not say because they had someone that wasn't Nick Gillard do the stunt choreography and the sword play, which would be the actual answer, but let's go in universe and in the story and, you know, not ruin the immersion. So, what was Anakin trying to teach Ahsoka? Essentially, he was trying to teach her that she wants to live. And a lot of people are saying, well, what was this lesson? It didn't really make any sense. I'll make another video on it, but if you want the answer right now, go watch the breakdown. 24 minutes of everything you need to know. And the ratings on that breakdown are probably some of my highest ratings yet, because a lot of people are saying that I haven't seen anyone talk about this stuff in other breakdowns. So go check it out. 24 minutes full of everything you need to know. Now, Anakin was trying to teach Ahsoka a lesson. That's like saying how Vader lost to Luke in Return of the Jedi and he was trying his hardest. He wasn't. There was no way that you could even say that he was. He was toying with him. He was taunting with him. Vader fighting Luke was not the same as Vader, you know, in Rogue One, or Vader against anyone else who he actually wanted to kill, like let's say Starkiller, for example, at the very end. So right here, right off the bat, we know that Anakin was literally just testing Ahsoka. He was trying to make sure that she wanted to live. So he was giving her these openings. He gave her the lightsaber to see what her choice was. And in the end, after several attempts to make her understand, he eventually realized that she does want to live. And she says, I choose to live. Boom, done, lesson over. So he's not going to go ahead and like cut his apprentice in half when he's doing all of this crap to give her a lesson. So that's really the answer. There really isn't much else to it. A lot of fans are, you know, kind of using this to get mad at the show or say that it's woke or whatever. Look, the show is about Ahsoka. The show takes place after Rebels. There's no dudes left anymore anyways. And the ones who are left are off in another galaxy, which we're trying to find them. The whole show is about finding those dudes. It's about finding Ezra and Thrawn. So, you know, I don't really buy into the whole woke thing. And I feel like I would be the first person to nitpick at that with, you know, Disney Star Wars and how complete off the scale it's gone from George Lucas's vision and story. But this is not it. You know, fair is fair. And I think that Ahsoka has been nothing but exemplary since the first episode. And I think we have Dave Filoni to thank for that. I think with the proper writing and the right person behind the story and the directing, we're going to get something that's going to be really akin to George Lucas. And at the end of the day, isn't that what we want? I don't want Star Wars to fail. I don't want it to suck. I want it to be the best thing since sliced bread. You know, I want it to be the best thing since the prequel trilogy. Or even the 2D Clone Wars. So for me, in this, when I was watching this, I did not have one single bit of remorse or anger or resentment towards Ahsoka taking the lightsaber from Anakin. That is the job of a master, to be able to train their apprentice, to be able to allow their apprentice to get the upper hand so that they gain confidence. Like, what are you going to do with your kid? Just constantly, like, beat them at everything? No, you let them win once in a while. Let them feel like they won something so they get that confidence, they build that confidence. And that's what Ahsoka was lacking. The lesson he was trying to teach her was that you want to live. You want to survive. You don't want to just keep going through life blaming yourself for these clones dying, for Anakin turning to the dark side and this and that. Your journey is your journey, and anyone else's journey has nothing to do with your destiny. And she was having a lot of attachment to Anakin, you know, death and misery and dark side and all this stuff, and attaching that onto her legacy. And that wasn't it. She's so much more than that, as Anakin said. So there really was an important, valuable lesson there. Not sure how so many people missed it, but I'd love to dive into a deeper scale in that video as well for that topic. However, for this one, no, dude, there's no way that she beat him, okay? She did not beat Anakin Skywalker. And I'm not saying that to cope. It's just in the writing. It's like as clear as day. Like, he literally was testing her. And at this point, might I say, he is so controlled with his emotions now that maybe his role as the Chosen One has really evolved in a different way in the World Between Worlds. And we can discuss that at another time. But what we need to realize is, instead of jumping the gun so much and saying like Ahsoka was emotionless, blah, 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 we need to realize, well, she was emotionless so that she would have emotion when she becomes Ahsoka the White. And that's really primarily the difference here, is that in the beginning, she was really emotionless. Like, she had no oomph, she had no energy, there was no color, she was gray. Ahsoka the Grey, kind of like Gandalf the Grey, like Dave Filoni has compared. And then she goes through this, spiritual journey with Anakin, with the Shadow Warrior, and she ends up coming out of it Ahsoka the White with this newfound perception on life, and she's able to really see things in a hopeful light where she has energy, she is completely in a different mindset, and she's able to really attack things the way she was always attacking things, with vigor, with determination and confidence, and the choice to live, not to just survive. She was actually wanting to live now. And so that, I think, was really an important factor in the show and in the lesson, which allowed Anakin to go easy on her and give her the lightsaber eventually, where she took it, put it to his neck. She got Sith eyes. We're going to talk about it in another video. Stay tuned for that. And then from there, she realized, no, this is not my path, much like Luke did. Threw it away. Boom. Done. And then he turned his Sith eyes off. He went back to base form. He was no longer Super Saiyan Anakin. And he stepped away and he said, perhaps there's hope for you yet. And just walks away, or like disappears into the abyss, into the World Between Worlds. So, Ahsoka has really come a long way. And when we thought, she wouldn't have any more character development in the show, she really did. There was a lot more that she could learn. And there still is so much more that she can learn, which we're hopefully going to see. Now, I hope we're going to get more Anakin moments, but at the end of the day, if that's the last time we see him, it would be unfortunate, but he had a very important role in the show. And we know that he's going to come back, and this time, hopefully, for his son, for Luke. What kind of lessons could he teach Luke? I think those would be just as, if not more, emotional than him visiting Ahsoka and giving her some of these lessons. So I would love to see some more of it, and I think we will, because in the trailer, there were some words that Anakin said about her not fighting droids this time, and she's going to be fighting other adversaries, other antagonists, other evil beings. So I think that those lines are still going to be put into the show at some point. Just don't know when. We still got 6, 7, 8 episodes left. So episode 6, 7, 8. So yeah, that's essentially what I have to say about her journey and her mission and her lesson with Anakin. And the fact that there's no way that she won. He let her win so that she could go on and learn the lesson, and so that she would choose to live, because he wanted her to live. That was it. So anyways, that's what I think about that. Let me know what you think. Are you still mad about it? Are you still pissed off about it? Please let me know in the comments below, and on social media at Star Wars Theory, or on Twitter, or X it's now called, at Real SW Theory. See you all in the next one, and of course, may the Force be with you.